And good afternoon. I was going to say good morning.
Good morning to whoever's in the morning.
Good morning
Hello.
to those in the UK. I think it's morning for them. It's like late morning.
Yeah, I don't know.
6 hours, I think. 5, 6
I have
hours.
no idea.
We're at lunchtime. Happy lunchtime to y'all in UK.
I don't think they know what y'all means.
I don't think there's anybody in UK watching.
Why not? It's not like everything we talk about is extremely American.
Yeah, not at all. Welcome to another edition of Third Person Podcast.
There's 3 people.
There are 3 of us here.
And it's a podcast.
And in honor of the 3 people here, hit the thumbs up. Like,
Hit it
subscribe,
3
follow.
times.
Before you move on to something else, do that now. Even if you stop watching right afterwards, I'm fine with that.
But you should stay tuned. You know,
Yes.
We're pretty funny.
We've got stuff to talk about.
We're a little
Are we
funny.
funny?
I think we're funny.
Uh,
I crack myself up.
not hearing you very much.
I'm funny.
Case in point. Yes, so welcome. We are here. We're going to talk about some stuff.
And some things.
We're here, you're there.
We're everywhere.
No, we're here, they're there.
Oh.
We're here, you're there.
And the sound is everywhere.
Yes. I totally realized, like Friday, that I did not post the Spotify and iTunes audio versions. Sorry. It's because I usually do it after the show on Sunday, and after the show on Sunday, I went to wherever I went.
Nashville?
No, Evansville.
Evansville. Why'd you go to Evansville?
Concert
Oh, yeah.
with Toby Mac, or see me,
I
Zach
don't know
Williams,
who those are.
Christian.
Christian
You remember
fans.
DC Talk?
No.
Then you wouldn't remember Toby Mac. Anywho, we are here. I've said that a few times. We are awake. I took a nap earlier.
I'm mostly awake.
Yeah. Sean, awake?
Eh.
All right, cool.
Are you at least alive?
We
Hold
are
on,
alive.
check.
We are all alive.
You don't know how to check for a pulse. There's like a specific place you gotta go on the neck.
I
I
just
used
felt
to
my
hear.
heartbeat there, man.
I was checking your
Like you can check it here.
right
You
there.
can check it there.
Right between
It
the,
feels weird.
right
I don't like
between
feeling
the
my own
tendon
heart. I don't
and
like
the-
feeling my blood pump. That
But it's
feels
natural.
weird.
It's natural.
Yeah,
though.
there's a lot of things that are natural that are gross. Ugh, it just feels weird feeling my vein go.
Did you ever do that? We were talking about this today. Did you ever do the thing where you can make your vein go away? Like, so there's little valves in your blood vessels that keep the blood from going backwards.
Uh-huh.
So like if you go, like there's a valve here. So if I go like this, I can make it go away. See, it's gone.
Oh,
And then you reach the valve.
I don't like that. I do not like that. Not a fan of that one. Not a fan of. I like my veins to be working normally.
That is normal. That's what the valve's
I
there
don't want to
for.
interrupt them. They're doing important work.
That is what the valve is there for, to make sure there's blood doesn't backflow into.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't like thinking about my blood doing things. It just needs to exist and keep me alive.
There you go. Yeah. So let's see. We've got some stuff to talk about. We got a Mexican fuel theft shooting.
We've got the first black cop in Birmingham died recently.
Yes, not the first black cop to die. The first black cop
Yes.
has died.
Yes.
Of
Of old age.
milk carton shortages, bus crash.
The world's first whole eye transplant.
Ooh,
Exciting.
that's a little freaky.
Yeah.
It
very.
is.
The actor strike ended,
And-
not
and-
to be confused with the writer's strike.
Right, and then a vampire virus, which is I like anything vampire. So
It's an alliteration. It's got to be good.
I didn't even think of that. Good point.
All right,
Uh,
Sean, where we starting, Sean?
Oh, Sean picks.
Oh, I pick, huh?
Where we
roll
starting?
the dice.
Where are we dropping?
I don't think I have a dice amount for
You don't have a
that.
dice amount.
I don't think I have a
I
dice
have
for-
dice
You don't have a
somewhere over here.
seven-sided die.
No. I'm sure I can ask Google to roll a D7, but I don't think people will give it that. Let's start with the vampire virus.
Starting at the bottom.
Starting at the bottom. Vampire virus.
What?
It's
Right.
loud.
So, this is
Technical
a
stuff.
story from Not the Bee. Let's see.
Not
So,
the bee, then what is it?
it's Not the Bee. Well, the Bee is satirical, so it's not real news. Not the Bee is actual news. But
Okay,
Is it by the same people?
I think so.
that's fair.
But it's a real news story. The Bee is fake stories usually. Not the Bee is real stories that are just as weird sometimes. So get ready to be a little more alarmed at the world in general, because now they have something called vampire viruses. Oh, proliferation in a while. Look at that. Scientists have observed vampire viruses for the first time. Pathogens that latch onto other viruses in order to replicate themselves. So,
I had
Researchers have known for decades, in theory, that some viruses prey on other viruses.
right. So I'm kind of okay with a virus attacking other viruses. It's like not like they're attacking healthy cells.
I mean, they're not even attacking them. They're just like parasiting onto them in order to replicate.
yeah. Now under a microscope, a team of researchers in Maryland has watched this process that involves a satellite and helper virus.
Symbiote and host.
This is never the kind of scientific discovery you want to celebrate. Discover the Higgs boson? Great. Crack the solution for gravitational propulsion? Eureka. Observe a vampire virus under a microscope?
Yeah, no thanks.
Eh.
Ooh, they look blue.
Let's put this on the screen here.
So-
This is a picture of the virus.
Almost
Well, the
looks like
pink thing is
mold.
the vampire virus.
The
The blue
purp-
thing is the virus that's
Yeah, the
latched onto.
purpley one is the vampire virus.
Look, it's kind of latched onto the stem.
Yes, he's a smaller guy. Scientists discovered that the satellite virus contain a gene that allows them to integrate into the host cell's genetic material after they enter the cell.
This enables the satellite to reproduce whenever a helper enters the cell from then on. As well, the host cell copies the satellite's DNA and its own when it divides. So when that cell decides it's time to replicate,
It makes both.
yes.
Interesting. Who knows where this discovery could lead? I'm sure somebody knows. Can we use the vampires to destroy nasty pathogens before said pathogens make a meal out of us? So using viruses to attack viruses.
Chemical warfare, but on the chemicals.
I don't know. Maybe we should treat them like all vampires.
They should
Shed
just-
some light on them. I think that's the whole story. That's the end of the story. Not a very long story, but I like the title of it.
All right, so we have discovered viruses that latch on and say, "This is my DNA now. We're just gonna make me."
But it gets to be smaller because it doesn't have all that. Doesn't have to carry around all that reproductive stuff.
Right. It just has to carry around just enough of its own genetic material to latch onto the host, and then say, "Hey, you replicate this too. just sneak this in there."
So it's not really hurting the other virus at all.
Not that we
current
know of,
form.
at least.
But we could weaponize it.
Well, we can weaponize anything. We've proved that. We've weaponized the news.
The true American way.
Yes. There you go. Vampire virus. Gone existed.
To be clear, I meant weaponize against other viruses. Now, will it get weaponized the other way?
Well, we've already weaponized viruses. Cool.
We just now have to do it in a way that doesn't, explicitly break the Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
What did they
Excuse
call
me.
it? What did that guy get in trouble for? He's like, they defined the term because they were like changing.
Oh, that was Fauci.
Yeah. What was that term?
Gain of function
Gain
research.
of function research.
Which is, yeah,
We're gonna gain of function these vampires.
there you go. We're gonna make that virus gain a function. All right. Uh, let's see what else we got. Let's do a bus crash.
Oh yeah, more badness. Let's just keep it on the down
We'll
low.
just
The
we'll
badness.
just go all out of order here. Here we go. This is from ABC News.
1 dead, 12 injured after metro bus crashes into building in Seattle.
Nice.
Authorities. Why is there authorities in the title?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's a good question. So, one person killed and 12 others were injured after a metro bus collided with a vehicle at a downtown Seattle intersection.
Ran over a pedestrian and crashed into a building.
So, I've been in a city before.
Mm-hmm.
Those buses don't go very fast, like
Nope.
downtown. Like,
Unless they're
how are you
reenacting
killing
speed.
12 people? Okay, the guy they hit. Okay, understandable.
But then to
Well,
proceed
maybe
to run.
he's the dead one, and there's only 12 injured. So how did you? I don't know. I
Okay,
don't know
but
how you get injured.
How does a bus go so fast that you're hitting a car and then running over a separate person and then crashing into a building? That just seems like a lot for a bus to do when it's going
Downtown.
like
Yeah.
30 miles an hour,
At most.
maybe.
Yeah. Probably not even 30. Downtown is probably going like 10, 15 miles an hour. Excuse me. Among the victims who survived the incident, one was in critical condition and the rest are in stable condition,
So
Seattle Fire Department said,
there's 1 dead, 1 critical, and then the other 11 are fine.
supposedly. The crash unfolded near the Belltown section of Seattle around 3:30 p.m. local time, according to Seattle Police Department.
King County Metro bus was traveling east when it collided with a red sedan headed south at the intersection of 5th Avenue and Battery Street. That's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage.
How fast was the bus going?
The collision caused the Metro bus to leave the roadway, crashing into a building near the intersection. Police Detective Judina Gulpin said in a statement early Sunday.
Gulpin said the bus struck and killed a woman who was walking outside the building that the bus crashed into. The woman,
Ouch.
whose name was not immediately released, was pronounced dead at the scene. Yeah, getting hit by a bus will do that.
Yes. The red sedan was also sent careening into the building, and firefighters had to extricate the driver from the
I
vehicle.
love extricate.
The driver, a man, was
A
taken
man.
by ambulance to Harborview Medical Center. He was in so he's the critical condition.
So the pedestrian's dead, the driver's critical, everyone on the bus is fine.
Yes.
That's about what I expected.
Yes.
And the red sedan driver.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah,
driver.
He's the.
That's what I meant
He's
by
the
that.
critical.
Right.
He's the critical
The
guy.
bus
Yeah,
driver's
yeah,
probably
yeah.
one of the 11 fine.
Gulpin said the bus driver and passengers all suffered minor, non-life-threatening injuries, and that the officers helped treat them at the scene. No one was inside the portion of the building impacted by the crash, and there was no significant structural damage to
And
the
there's-
building.
They're still investigating the cause of the collision.
Yeah, I'm thinking something with the bus driver. This tragic incident involving a vehicle and one of our buses is heartbreaking, King County Metro said in a statement. Our primary concern is with the loss of life and the health of those who were injured. We're not able to provide further details at this early point in the investigation. We're working with first responders and offering our support to our community members, employees, and riders. There you go.
How does it hit? I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm thinking something's up with the driver.
Like,
either the
gotta
driver
be.
was drunk or something, or foot got stuck on the gas or something.
something with the driver or with the bus.
Because that's a lot. That's a lot of damage to.
Yeah, and I feel
I
like
don't
bus
think it's
drivers are
There you go.
probably,
There's-
told to be more cautious than normal.
Mhm.
There's the picture of the damage.
Yeah, it's just a lot of damage on that bus.
Well,
Okay, well the bus hit the
car.
building. That's fine. The car
look
looks
at the damage
rough.
of that car. Yeah, that's gotta be. Yeah, that's just walking down the sidewalk and get hit by a bus. Life over. Game over.
Hopefully it was quick. I mean, getting hit by a
Sounds
bus.
like it's quick. Dead on
Yeah.
her. When they got there, she was dead, and they're downtown, so the police probably weren't far away.
Probably not. And I mean, Yeah, I mean, imagine getting pancaked between a bus and a building.
That's like, have you ever heard stories of like in a big city, like this used to happen in New York all the time, like someone walking down the sidewalk and something would fall from one of the skyscrapers and just kill someone.
Happened all the time.
Not all the time, but at least like once a year, once every couple of years. Yeah,
Ugh.
it'd be like a window air conditioner unit, something like that would fall, just take someone out.
You'd never see it coming. And from a skyscraper, that's fast.
It's like winning the lottery, only a bad thing. It's like, what are the odds?
Astronomical.
Astroglitical.
But I mean, crazier things have happened. Like the guy who got struck by lightning like 3 times, and then he died, and then his grave got struck by lightning. Like, who did you
take
piss
that?
off? Who did you piss off in your past life? You got struck by lightning that many times.
Yeah, I did. There used to be, like I said, it would happen like usually in the summer times. It was usually an air conditioner unit. Somebody would be putting in a window unit, and it just fall. Back then, there was a lot more people walking the streets of the cities.
Mhm.
Like now, it seems like when you go to a city, it's not that many people walking around.
There's still quite a few.
Yeah, not as much as it used to be.
I have nothing to compare it to, really.
When I used to go to New York City, it was like jam packed, and now it's just like scattered of people.
I prefer it with less people.
Yes. Although I felt safer back then with a lot more people. I felt safer back then than I do now, because now the people that are on the street are usually shooting something up their arm.
And with the big crowd of people, you're less likely to get hit by an air conditioner.
I don't know. Maybe. That's like when people jump off the top of a building and commit suicide. Like, it's a very selfish way to go, because odds are, at least back, like I said, if there's a crowded sidewalk, you're going to take somebody out with you. Yeah, so there you go. That's bus crash in Seattle.
Bus crash
A bus
in Seattle.
crash. A bus crash.
Bus crash in Seattle. Shaking.
Yeah, see, it's a bus crash.
All right. Let's keep it on the depressing, sad news.
Ooh, okay. We're gonna do that.
Let's go to Birmingham.
Said no one ever.
What was that book you had to read in public school? Something Goes to Birmingham.
Oh.
Remember? I don't know, it was about it was
Depression.
yeah, pretty much. It was about Birmingham. I think their name started with a B.
I've been to Birmingham when I was a truck driver.
Sorry.
At least it was a sad place. It's like very run down. Sean's looking up Birmingham books.
Mhm.
So
The Watsons go to Birmingham. I was so off with the name.
Watsons. All right, Leroy Stover, Birmingham's first black police officer, dies at 90.
Stover joined the force
So-
in 1966.
So
Wow.
90. He's at 90. So in 33, he was born.
Yeah.
So he was 33 years old when he became a police officer. Kind of got a late start there.
And he rose to the rank of deputy chief. So
There you go.
he started late, but he made some moves.
The city of Birmingham's first black police officer, Leroy Stover, has died. He was 90.
Sad.
Birmingham's
Yeah.
police on Friday posted about Stover's death on X, formerly known as Twitter. Can we just say Twitter or just say X? Don't say both. Today, our hearts are heavy as we mourn the loss of former Deputy Chief Leroy Stover. I like that name, Leroy. It just kind of rolls off the tongue. It's a good name. As the first black officer to integrate the Birmingham force, his legacy and work at the Birmingham Police Department paved the way for others to follow in his footsteps.
Stover died Thursday, AL.com reported. He was 90 years old. The police department did not share a cause of death. Funeral arrangements are pending. Stover joined the force in March of 1966 at the age of 33. We were right. We can do math. And rose to the rank of deputy chief. He retired in 98 with 32 years of service.
There you go. Speaking of math, we need to apologize for last week with our 22,000-mile radius diameter ball.
We were so wrong. What did it end up actually
22
being?
miles.
Yeah, 22 miles, which is still a big ball. But
So, in case you didn't hear last week's show, we were doing some off the top of our head math, and
we're talking about ants on a ball.
yes, we were comparing what size ball would you need to have an ant on that would be comparable to us on the planet Earth, and somehow in our wackadoodle math, we came up with the ball had to be 22,000 miles wide, which I believe we figured out was wider than the Earth.
No, just wider than America.
Wider than America, yes. So we were way, way off. Yeah, we had to be like 10 times more than America, and we were way off.
Yeah.
So it ended up that we were off by 1,000. It was 22 miles, not 22,000 miles. So apologies if you made some life decision based on that fact. You're stupid, but I'm sorry.
If you made a life decision based on how big a ball would have to be for an ant to be human-sized, then
Yeah,
you probably got kind of what you deserved at that point. What life decision could you possibly make with that knowledge?
But we nailed the math on Leroy Stover. We got that. I stand behind that math.
That's good math.
We offer our full condolences to the family and know that he would forever be in our hearts and minds, the police department statement said. In 2021, while reflecting on his career, the Birmingham Police Department quoted Stover as saying, "You live right, you treat people right, right will follow you." Good quote. The Dallas County native was the valedictorian of his graduating class at Shiloh High School in Selma in 1952.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, eyes are a little bad. Excuse me.
He joined the U.S. Army and became a paratrooper first with the 82nd Airborne. In the last year of the Korean War in 52-53, he was with the 187th Airborne Regimental Combat Team.
Right?
Yeah, my mouth was just like, let's just...
The news site reported. This is the news site.
No, AL.com is what reported it.
Al.com?
Yeah, I guess.
Alabama?
Alabama.
Al Bundy?
What?
Huh?
Married with Children. You guys don't know Married with Children. Good show.
I know some clips of it, actually. No, I think
Is Al Bundy related to Ted Bundy?
No relation. Al Bundy's a shoe salesman.
Ted Bundy's not a shoe salesman.
No.
Well, wasn't.
The father, the grandfather, and the father in what show is he in? He's got the two gay guys and
Modern Family?
yes, Modern Family. The grandfather, father guy, he was Al Bundy in what did I say the name of the show was?
Married with Children.
Married with Children, yes. Let's see. All right, so that's that story. Leroy Stover, 90 years old, died of old age. Police officer not dying of gunshots. That's good.
It is good.
Dying of natural causes. Well, they didn't say natural causes, but they didn't say unnatural causes. So at 90, I'm going to assume everything's a natural cause.
Pretty much. The only thing not natural about dying at 90 is if another person is directly involved.
And even then, you're like, well, they're 90, so.
It was going to be soon.
Yeah.
Do not kill old people.
No, do not. Let's do Mexican fuel theft shooting.
What's some of the other stories we got?
All right. So this is from last week.
Gunman kills 5 people in an apparent dispute over fuel theft in central Mexico.
By the way, have you seen the fuel prices around here?
No.
A few places you got below $3.
Nice.
It's like $2.90ish, $2.80 something, $2.90 something.
I only have to put gas in my car like every 2 weeks, so I just don't really pay attention.
I got gas at Sunoco last night. It's $2.89, and I had the Gas Buddy discount of 5 cents. It's $2.84.
I have to fill it up every 2 weeks if I go to Indy every 2 weeks. Otherwise,
Which you haven't done in a few weeks.
I
so.
haven't because we've had just reasons to cancel.
So, Mexico City, Dateline, Mexico City. Gunmen on motorcycles shot 5 men to death. To death, I say.
I'm gonna kill him to death.
Saturday on the outskirts of the Mexican city of Puebla. Puebla, in Spanish, Puebla means town, so the Mexican city of town.
That was Pueblo,
It's just a female version. It's just
the Mexican city of Woman Town.
yes, of feminine town.
Of
Won't
town.
you take me to feminine town? Won't you
Doesn't
take
really
me
work that well.
to feminine town?
It works just well enough.
It's a
You
little
can
short.
add an extra syllable as long as the word
Sure.
flows like that. You know.
In an apparent dispute over stolen fuel, authorities say.
Oh, okay. So they didn't shoot people to steal fuel. They shoot them because they were arguing over stolen fuel.
I don't know. Well, they're on motorcycles. They don't need a lot of fuel to begin with.
Yeah, but they have to fill it up more often.
Depends on how far they got to commute. The Pueblo Police Department said the 5 victims appeared to have been guarding 2 gas tanker trucks when the attack occurred. So the victims were guards of a gas tanker truck. Could you imagine making a delivery? You're a truck driver and you make a delivery and you got to have 5 guards.
Man,
Sounds
what
like a nice town.
Yeah, I do not want to make a delivery to the city of town.
City of feminine town.
The city of
Won't you
town,
take me to-
parentheses, feminine.
The department said the attack was presumably for fuel theft.
It said 2 of the victims had been arrested in October for alleged involvement in the explosion of a gas tanker truck, though it gave no specifics on their role in that incident.
All right, now I'm confused. It said the 5 victims were guarding the truck, and now 2 of the victims
It
were.
didn't say that they were guarding it in an official capacity.
They were. Wait, I'm so confused.
So they stole the fuel and were guarding it, and then someone else came and shot them and stole the fuel back.
I don't
That's
know.
what I'm getting.
No specifics on their role in that incident.
Puebla is just east of Mexico City and has long been plagued by gangs that drill illegal taps into government pipelines to steal fuel. Wow, that's a great place to live. I do not want to live in the city of town. Feminine.
Don't live in
Shootouts
Mexico.
between the gangs and authorities are not uncommon. Good to know. So it's like Chicago.
But Mexican. It's Chicago with that yellow filter they put on TV shows.
Yes, it's Chicago without the English. Yeah, there's not a lot to that story.
No.
But I would like to know more information on who was guarding what for what reasons. But I don't think we're going to get that.
Yeah, no. That's just so weird. It's like, so these people stole it, and then someone else came and stole it back for a different gang or whatever. Whatever. I don't know. Mexico is scary. I don't want to go.
Yeah, I've never had an inkling to go to Mexico.
I have a coworker that went to Mexico, and her stories are not all great.
Like I would go to like the resorts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not that I can think of any off the top of my head, because
But like they have like
Why
the
would that
tourist
come in handy?
resorts that no one messes with.
right, because they're gated and guarded, and yeah, you're not seeing Mexico. You're seeing
Tourist Mexico.
cottages and beaches, and yeah. And that's when you go to that place and they're like, don't leave the compound.
I don't want to go to a place
Anytime-
where I have to go to a compound.
Any place that they refer to as a compound isn't good, unless you own the compound. Then it can be good.
Let's talk about this eyeball thing.
Eyeball thing.
Who put this on?
World's
Needed.
first whole. Who did?
Apparently needed.
That's what I thought you said.
The world's first whole eye transplant
Sounds like
and
fun.
partial face.
Oh, that guy needs a face transplant.
Yeah. The guy on the left too.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. His face is crooked and
No. Well, he's the guy who got the I'm talking about the guy on the right, though.
He looks like he
used-
already had a face transplant. Hold on, let's put this up so
He-
people can see what we're talking about.
He looks like.
All right, let's pick on
That-
these guys a little bit.
So he looks like that villain character that George Lopez played in Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I don't know that.
He's just George Lopez. He looks like an evil George Lopez.
Right. The guy on the left has stroke face.
He probably had the transplant.
Which eye do you think's a transplant? The one closed or the one open?
The clothes.
Probably the closed. I'm gonna go with closed. Because he probably has to keep it closed for a certain amount of time.
I
Yeah.
don't know, maybe. And
Has
that
to
guy
adjust.
looks like a cross between. All right, definitely got some game show host vibes in there.
George Lopez as a used car salesman.
Oh yeah, used car salesman vibes. That's a nice looking suit though. He's impeccably dressed. Guessing he's the doctor. Partial face transplant.
Yeah,
Oh.
whole eye and partial face. So after receiving a whole eye and partial face
I think he's
transplant,
got like a dent in his head. You couldn't fill that in while you get some putty and fill that in
Aaron
while you're in there.
James is getting a second chance at life after a severe high voltage electrical accident.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
So, surgical team from New York University, NYU. Langone Health performed the world's first whole eye and partial face transplant for a 46-year-old military veteran from Arkansas who survived a work-related high-voltage electrical accident. The surgery included transplanting the entire left eye and a portion of the face from a single donor, making this the first ever human whole eye transplant in medical history and the only successful combined transplant case of its kind.
Wow. Yeah. While it is still unknown whether he will regain sight since the May 2023 procedure, the transplanted left eye has shown remarkable signs of health, including direct blood flow to the retina, the area of the back of the eye that does all the processing. Although many questions remain in a case with no precedents, this groundbreaking achievement opens new possibilities for future advancement in vision therapies and related medical fields. So they transplanted the eye because I guess there was something messed up with his eye that got hurt in the accident, but they're not even sure that he's going to get vision in that eye.
What do you think happened to his eye?
I
Felt
think it got
electrocuted,
fried.
maybe exploded.
Ooh,
I think it just popped.
It's possible.
pop like a grape.
Uh,
Pop like a grape in a microwave.
I don't know.
Uh,
If he gets vision back, then it's good. If he doesn't get vision back, I would have just went with the glass ball
Right.
because
Yeah.
just to be able to pop out your eyeball like a party trick is cool.
You gotta figure out how to
You're always
take it out.
you're always the cool guy if you can pop your eye out.
It's even better if you can make it look like an accident, like have someone bump into
Yeah,
you. Just,
yeah.
oh god. I would if I ever got like a fake hand or something, I would totally do that stuff. Just like lost my hand. Have
I
people
want it.
freak
If
out.
he had a glass eye, I'd want him to attach it with like a bungee cord. So if it did pop, when it popped out, it just kind of boing. Like,
Oh, attach it to what though?
oh, I don't know. Whatever's back there.
Oh,
When there's
there's
no
nothing.
eyeball.
There's nothing back there.
Yeah, well, there's the whatever the eyeball attaches to. I don't know.
I don't want that to be
No.
cold.
No.
I don't want them pulling on that. Could you imagine?
It's not doing you any. It's not doing you any
but
good.
You would
You
feel
still
it.
feel
I don't
it.
think you'd feel it.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't think there's feelings in there.
Oh, you'd create feelings in there.
I don't think there's nerve endings in there.
I'm sure your body could
I
create
wouldn't want to
them.
risk it.
I don't know.
I don't think your body can make new nerve endings where there never was any. I think that's probably a disease of some kind.
All right. Yes. About the procedure. The May 27 surgery lasted 21 hours and included a team of more than 140 surgeons.
140 surgeons, nurses, and other healthcare professionals.
All right. You can't get them all in a room.
It's 21 hours. They're not all in the room at the same time. They're taking shifts.
That's still. All right. Time for some math. 140 doctors divided by 20 hours.
21.
What?
21 hours.
140
Yeah,
divided
well,
by
just
21.
averaging.
There's about 6.6. So 6 or 7 people in the room at a time.
It still seems like a lot.
No, it's really not because you can have like two surgeons.
Well, you've got the
And all the
anesthesiologist.
nurses.
You've got
Yeah.
nurse, one or two nurses.
And
You
you've
got
got
the one that hands you the scalpel when you say scalpel.
That's a nurse.
Well, I know. I'm just saying that's her job.
You've got the nurse who's monitoring the health vitals.
I mean, the rooms are pretty big though. Like,
Oh, that depends.
Well,
there
I'm
are
sure
some
for an
small
operation like this, they had a nice operating suite.
mm-hmm.
So, blah blah blah. Yeah, the recipient, Aaron James of Hot Springs.
I just want to interject. If I was going to go under surgery, I would love to hear that there's 140 doctors involved in it. Like, unironically, there's that many people interested in making sure this works. I feel great about it.
I'd want to meet them all first.
I want to meet them all afterwards. Thanks.
No, I want to meet them beforehand.
Before and after.
He survived a 7,200 volt electric
Ow!
shock, which
So
is
he
a
was-
deadly amount.
So he was a lineman. He worked on the lines. Okay. When his face accidentally touched a live wire, despite multiple reconstructive surgeries, James had extensive injuries, including the loss of his left eye. Oh, it was his left eye, the one that was closed. Okay.
Yeah.
His dominant left arm from above the elbow.
Entire nose and lips.
Oh, I didn't even notice he didn't have an arm. Oh,
His entire nose and lips, front teeth, left cheek area, and chin down to the bone. Go back up. Can we look
Bad
at?
to the
Can we look at
bone.
him? Is this a before?
bad to the bone.
This is an after.
It's gotta
So
be
if we
an
go back down, that's a before, and you can see that. Like,
No, that's after.
No, that was at. No, this is after.
is it?
Not after the surgery, but it's definitely after
Maybe.
the accident. Let's see what the video.
Oh, it's just a normal day, hot summer day.
Bye.
I mean, we started just like we normally do. It was really hot. I guess we all just wasn't thinking a little straight. That day, it just turned bad. I mean, we was on some track equipment. He got into the line.
Aaron James is a lineman, which means he works high-powered voltage. He reached over the bucket was still going up, and when he leaned up, an exposed wire touched his face, and with the conduit of the wire in his arm, he lost his dominant left upper limb at the level of the humerus. Most people that sustain the type of injury that he sustained often do not survive this event.
When I got to the ER, they had someone actually come out and meet me, and he said he's not going to look like what he looked like. He said he has a severe burn. I got in there and just, I just stared like I didn't know. I almost didn't even know how to feel because there was like every emotion, and I couldn't get one single emotion just to completely come out.
We're in
All right. So,
Wow.
wow. So that's the before the operation.
Yeah.
So he got that whole beard with the face. I mean, that's a plus. It's a pretty righteous beard.
He looks a whole lot better now than what he did.
Oh,
He
yeah.
looks so much better.
He looks like a comic book villain right there.
He looks like a Deadpool before the mutation.
Yes.
But my
Oh my
God,
God.
like you don't appreciate it until you see the before, but that after, oh my God.
Yeah.
Go back up.
Well, there
He's
you go.
looking great.
Oh, and look at that. Like I said, full beard.
Oh my
Not
God.
even the patchy Indian kind.
That's a wow. He must feel great
Well, I don't know if you're going to feel great
comparatively.
comparatively.
One single emotion just to completely come out.
We're in the town of Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Do we need
What's up,
you're
stud?
good, yes.
How are you? Good. How are you? Good to see you. Who's this lovely lady?
Thank you,
Mama.
Mom and Mobley.
Make a great
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So thankful for you and what you're going to do for him.
Of course, of course. Well, we're all going to do it together. It's great to see all of you here. And some of you may be wondering why a physician comes to someone's home like this. It's not something that we commonly perform. So for us to see the community, the family, the environment, the resources that are available, because he's and try to recognize a face transplant. He's in a tough position.
You think?
In the beginning, the first time I met Dr. Rodriguez, I told my brother, I said, he's the guy, he's the one. I never had any doubts. So NYU Langone is going to make sure that everything
He looked
that
like he had an accident.
he needs his needs are met, and you'll feel so at home, even though it's New York and we're from the South.
Oh, okay.
It'll be great. It's not home, but it's going to be real close.
This guy got a better face.
I mean, I never had any doubts, but I don't know, it just,
The same little me. I
it's
never
just
had
a
any
big
fears in that.
relief, you know.
Like,
Count people in a room.
Oh my god.
That's more than 6
that's
people
more
in a
than
room.
6.6 people in that room. What's the maximum occupancy? Is it 141? My God.
Oh my God, what
Yeah,
an
that-
improvement.
What a glow up.
Yeah.
He must,
That's impressive.
that must feel great. Going from,
Let's see.
Accident
Yeah.
up to now, you know, and yeah, it sucked, but I mean, there's
Therapy will get that out.
nothing bad that's come out of it. I couldn't ask for anything good. Everybody, my family, friends, I
I'm
mean,
sure his body will
He's
adjust.
like, Doc, can you fix my
never
jaw?
stopped, you know, and I even said something right after my accident. I said, look, you know, if you want to leave, you know, I get it. She said, no. She said, we're in this to the end.
If we can offer patients just a little bit of hope, it just means the
You can't leave after, like, even if you were thinking about leaving, after that you can't leave because then you just seem like a real selfish jerk. Oof. Big improvement for that guy.
my God, infinitely an improvement.
Well, we don't know what he looked like before the accident.
We showed a picture of him before the accident.
Did it?
Oh, we weren't
the
paying
beginning.
attention.
No, I didn't see it. I wasn't looking. He's been extremely motivated to regain the function and independence he lost after his injury. We couldn't have asked for a more perfect patient. We owe much of our success in this monumental endeavor to the exceptional institutional support we received at NYU Langone and the unwavering dedication of our world-class team in delivering the highest level of care to our patients.
Hell of a. Texas surgeons were forced to remove his left eye after injury due to severe pain.
So June of 2022 is when he had the accident.
Oh,
Nice.
hold on. When they removed his eye, Dr. Rodriguez recommended that the optic nerve be cut as close to the eyeball as possible to preserve as much nerve length to maximize reconstructive options.
Yes.
That's thinking ahead.
Yes.
Mhm.
Dr. Rodriguez and the family collectively made the decision to move ahead with the whole eye transplant in combination with the face, understanding that at best it may only provide cosmetic benefits but leave many unknowns.
Yeah. He only had to wait 3 months for an ideal donor.
This is Dr. Rodriguez. This is his 5th face transplant. And the first whole eye transplant. I don't think it should count as like a first whole eye transplant unless it starts working.
I mean, the
I'm
blood,
like, anybody
the blood,
could put a non-working eye in there.
the blood flowing to it is good. It's already great because his body's not attacking it.
Yeah, it's a good sign, but I'm saying, like, if he never gains use of the eye, I don't think it should count as like first eye transplant.
I mean, it's
Like,
a transplant.
Oh, we got our first brain transplant. I mean, it doesn't work, but we transplanted the brain. I mean, if it doesn't actually work, it doesn't
I mean,
count.
it would be the first known cosmetic eye transplant. I guess if his vision never comes back, because it
But
is
that's-
just cosmetic.
yeah,
at that
but
point.
we put in artificial eyes all the time. Well, not all the time, but I mean,
Well, this is a human eye.
I know. But again, if it doesn't work, then he could have been a glass eye. There's no difference.
It probably would have been cheaper, less dangerous.
I mean, practically the only reason why they did it is because he's already been taking a whole lot of drugs for the surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So it basically just add like a little risk.
I get why
To the
they
whole
did it.
surgery
I
as a
mean, they
whole.
attached it because they don't know what's going to happen. But
Yeah. Because if it's the first, there's no way of knowing, can this work?
if they went into it knowing that it wasn't going to work, then why bother? Just use a glass eye.
But no one's ever done it, so we don't know if it'll work or not.
Yeah.
I hope his eye works.
Well, yeah. I wish nothing but the best for James. Aaron James.
Aaron James.
La 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 la. Yeah, they're just talking about the donor stuff.
Yeah.
A question of nerve. While cornea transplants have become relatively common, with thousands performed in the United States each year successfully, whole eye transplants to restore vision have remained elusive due to the complex nature of the eye and the challenges associated with nerve regeneration, immune rejection, and retinal blood flow.
Ooh, they made
Hot
the
take.
decision.
Hot take, the human eye is intricate.
Wow. Who'd have thought? They made the decision to combine the donor eye with donor bone marrow derived adult stem cells to work as because those cells, they kind of know the eye.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they help fix everything.
And they help your body not to reject it. Too.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
The first attempt of injecting adult stem cells into a human optic nerve during a transplant in the hopes of enhancing nerve regeneration. Yeah, it's great. I'm sure it's a huge accomplishment medically. I really hope that.
I wonder if the eye move, if he's got movement of the eye.
Ooh, that's also a big one.
Yeah.
Glass eyes don't move. Do they? They do.
No.
They shouldn't. No, because they just pop right out. They're not. Yeah, they don't move.
Yeah, glass eyes just look forward.
Unless you're Mad Eye Moody.
Who?
The guy from Harry Potter. His eye moves.
Because even if he can't see, it'd be cool if his eye just followed, if it moved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a lot of words on here.
Yeah. There's a lot of words.
Yeah.
Many words.
I wish the best for Aaron
yes,
James.
we hope he can see someday. But I don't count this as a successful transplant unless it actually works.
But hey, remarkable signs of health.
Semi-
But that's just me.
Semi-successful.
I have high standards.
It's semi-successful so far.
Well, no, it's only successful if it works.
They got it in.
I
If you
mean,
change the engine
his
out of my
body
car
isn't
and the new
rejecting
engine
it.
doesn't work, that's not a success. I'm sorry. I realize it's a big accomplishment, but I wouldn't call it a success unless it works.
Well, his body isn't outright rejecting it, so.
Yes.
I think we've had less problems with that in general, though, because we know how to tell the body, don't fight this.
Yeah, we've gotten better at
Especially with
anti-rejection
stem
stuff.
cells and stuff.
Mhm.
The bone marrow, I think, is the big thing for that.
Yeah, the bone marrow stem cells is they can talk to your body cells and be like, hey, this is good. Let's work this out.
Yeah.
Or like a cell union. Speaking of unions.
Speaking of you, segue. Look at that.
Not forced at all.
The actors' strike
Yes.
has ended.
The writer's strike ended in September.
Yes.
Now the actor's strike just
Something like
recently
that.
ended on November. They were cleared to return to work on the 9th, 3 days ago.
Yes.
Which means that Hollywood should no longer be at a standstill.
Watch just died. Sorry. That's all right. So yes.
After 118 days on strike.
Let's see. Let's play the video.
Studios and the SAG-AFTRA union reached a deal to end one of the longest labor strikes in Hollywood history, but it comes with a heavy economic cost. Let's take a look by the numbers. The Actors Union and studios announced the $1 billion plus tentative deal last night, ending the 118 days long strike that had helped shut down Hollywood, the longest labor standoff in the union's 90 years of existence. The SAG-AFTRA union represents some 160,000 actors and entertainers who had gone to the picket lines over issues from compensation for streaming projects to protections from AI technology. Those issues have been addressed in the tentative deal, and the studios say the new contract will offer major compensation increases, including the largest increase in minimum wages for actors in the past 40 years. The end of the actor strike comes after the Writers Guild of America ended its own 148 days long strike in late September after winning a deal addressing similar concerns for its 11,500 members. The American movie and television industry is a $134 billion business impacting some 2 million Americans who either work directly or indirectly in the industry. And the Hollywood economy took a beating during the dual strikes. One economist estimated the cost at some $6 billion in losses nationwide as the shutdown of entertainment productions went far beyond actors and writers, impacting everyone from crew members to caterers to publicists to local businesses working in and around the industry. And the economic pinch may just be starting for some in Hollywood as entertainment companies look to cut back on the number of shows and films that they order as they face mounting pressure of the skyrocketing costs of making that Hollywood magic.
There you go.
Now,
So hopefully that ends up being we get more quality content.
Yeah, no.
I can hope. 'Cause
Don't.
they said they won't be able to order as much because now they actually have to pay people.
Yeah, no. Let's see. Well, there's a new, what was the one we saw today? The new Hunger Games
Oh yeah.
prequel coming out.
Why?
I don't know. I liked Hunger Games.
Yeah,
I'll
but
watch it.
why do they need a prequel?
To show how the games actually started.
To show how the world got in that crazy place where you have Hunger Games.
Okay, as long as it's not like some kind of weird prequel about Katniss.
No, it's different cast, different people.
If it's about the origin of the Hunger Games, that could be interesting.
So anything else here? I wonder what the actor's minimum wage is.
I don't know, but I know I read a little bit, and it's talking about like, background actors' wages increase by 11% for the first year, and then 4% for the next 2 years.
It's pretty close to what Ford got. Pretty close to what the UAW got.
Yeah, so this is a big thing for background actors. It's
I know background actors don't make a lot.
Yeah.
As it is.
Talking about AI and stuff. They were saying like we're not going to say you can't use AI. We just want things in place to protect the actors.
Right.
From you, like, putting them in AI and then firing them.
Yeah, from you cutting them out of the pay structure.
If you scroll
using AI.
back up a little bit, right here, streaming services will pay bonuses to shows that reach certain levels of success. Bonuses that the union estimates will be about $40 million a year.
Oh, so you're saying my Netflix subscription is going to go up?
Probably. Again. And I did see another thing, which was the... I can't remember. It was like intimacy choreographer or something. And it's for like...
Sex scenes
and stuff. They have a person whose entire job is to make sure that like no one is having any boundaries crossed and like everything is fine, because apparently that's been a problem in the past,
Yeah.
I've heard that actors really enjoy having them on set.
Sex scenes?
The intimacy people. I can't remember what that second word actually is. I think it's on here somewhere. Scroll up towards the top. Is there any more? Oh, there was. Intimacy coordinator.
Fancy title.
Yes. They are just a choreographer for sex scenes.
Cool. So good for them.
Yep. So, look forward to Hollywood spewing out more garbage. Maybe it'll be better quality garbage. Probably not.
No, it won't. We probably would have got better quality if they let AI write the stories.
I don't know about that one.
AI is so not that good yet.
Neither are the human writers.
Because the human writers want to make sequels and prequels and remakes. It's like,
Yeah.
make something original, please.
Yeah.
What's that?
There's nothing original left. It's not their fault.
To me, RoboCop it's just the exact same plot as the original movie. Like I don't want anything changed. I just want you to re-release RoboCop 1.
They need to redo or Max Headroom. You remember Max Headroom?
No.
That was the storyline was basically he was I believe like a news reporter. I believe like an investigative reporter kind of thing, and somehow his consciousness got uploaded into like what we would call the cloud now. It was different, you know. They made this in the late 80s, early 90s. So yeah, so like, and his body passed away or whatever, got killed. I don't remember. And so he basically would like show up on people's TVs and start talking to them and like guiding them to the truth, you know, to find the truth.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was. Let me see if I can find a clip of this.
Yeah, I thought so. This has very little to do with Max Headroom, but we've mentioned RoboCop, and now it reminded me. So there was a RoboCop game that came out recently, RoboCop Rogue City. It's really fun. It's like a little arcade shooter because you're RoboCop, and it's like original RoboCop. They even got the original actor to voice him.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, like you have one walking speed. It's RoboCop. You can't crouch. You can't jump. It's very just you're walking in and you're taking names. You're RoboCop. And I was reading the description of the game because I was trying to figure out like, does this take place like during the movie, after the movie, whatever? It's like this takes place in between RoboCop 2 and 3. Like, I didn't know there was a third RoboCop.
Wait, is that third RoboCop?
Yes, and this like what a weird time to put your game. This is in between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the best
All
bits ever.
So here's a YouTube video with the best bits of Max Headroom. I love Max Headroom, but I think this is one of those shows that with the technology we have today, with the CGI and stuff, it could do with a lot. It would do a lot to do what we do.
AI him.
Yeah.
This is Max Headroom. And what you're about to witness is one of the most sinister-sounding intros to a trailer to one of the greatest epics ever produced in the history of television. And there's more, because you are going to see it as well.
Yes, it.
Yes, it. Yes, namely, the Max Headroom story. And afterwards, that is, directly following, I want to talk to you about something even bigger, namely, Max Headroom. So,
sit back,
relax, and enjoy my film.
Warum haben die
Deutschen so eine hartliche Sprache?
das Nutzer war in einem deutschen Restaurant?
Ja.
Und der überbrachte mir eine Suppe.
Flops. Great. If you see me, give me a wave. I love to see style. I also enjoy a good laugh. Well, these rock things are all very well if you like them, but, you know, no ordinary people like you and, well, ordinary people like you oughtn't to be afraid to speak up for classical music.
So this is how he would show up on the TV screens. But it was a dystopian future where like there was just random TV screens. Like you'd be walking down like some back alley. Somebody would be walking down a back alley. There'd be like a TV screen. Just
I love those. I love those dystopian
I love a good
worlds.
dystopian future. Just I need to go back to work.
And of course, he could write for all sorts of voices. Sopranos, altos, you name it. And here's how it works. I'm going to ask you 4 questions about the film you've just seen. 4 questions. They're not difficult, but being able to count to 4 helps. Ready? Go! During one of my early broadcasts in the film, I made a little joke about
Warum haben die
Deutschen so eine
cotton. Then, ha! Another dipstick stick coming. No, they've tried this one before, and I'm radial tired of it. If they expect me to change gear now and start spark plugging their products, they must be out of their piston heads. Listen, I don't like to blow my own gasket, but I have better things to do than to sit here and wax polish lyrical about car parts. Car timing belt again. Sticks shifted in their exhaust. Written all over it. I'll eat my invitation to the award ceremony.
A touch.
Like, I know it's not Jim Carrey, but
I mean, those are and some of those are like for a year or so, like when that show first came out, he would do like late night talk show, like they lower a TV, he'd do interviews and stuff. It's like, I don't know who that actor is, but
I like his style.
Yeah.
I like a good Jim Carrey style comedian.
Yeah. So that was Max Headroom. Yeah, I'll have to go back and binge watch that after I'm done with The Expanse.
Yeah, no, this thing is also on Amazon.
Huh?
It's also on
Oh,
Amazon.
there you go. Amazon's good because I can download it and not have to use my data.
It's true.
Data. That is all the stories we had, I think. Right? Is there one more? Oh, we have milk cartons.
We have milk cartons, or rather, we don't.
Yes, we have a lack of milk. I don't know. We always get milk jugs, so I don't know.
This is for about schools.
Yes. So, milk carton shortage hits high school lunchrooms in New York, California, and other states.
That's what we call America. New York, California, and the other 48.
And the other 48 states. Shortage of half-pint milk cartons.
Shortage
of
half
half
pints.
We need some more half pints around here.
Is affecting school meals and cafeterias across the United States, New York, California, and the other states. School officials from New York to California are scrambling for backup options after a main supplier of cartons said demand has outstripped supply.
Ooh.
The tiny half-pint cartons of milk served with millions of school lunches nationwide may soon be scarce in some cafeterias. Districts across the country scrambling to find alternatives. They're scrambling again.
Again. Yeah. You got to use your thesaurus to find another word for scrambling.
Okay, so
the problem is not a shortage of milk itself, but the cardboard cartons used to package and serve it, according to dairy industry suppliers and state officials.
How do you run out of cardboard?
Well, it's very highly processed cardboard. They got to put that plasticky film on it.
Still.
Yeah, but they have like little half-pint plastic milk jugs, like milk bottles. Just get that.
Get the bag of milks.
Pactive Evergreen of Lake Forest, Illinois, which bills itself as the leading manufacturer of fresh food and beverage packaging in North America. Well, congratulations.
What a
Not to
claim
toot
to
our
fame.
own horn, but we are the leading
Manufacturer of fresh food and beverage packaging in North America.
Acknowledged in a statement Friday that it continues to face significantly higher than projected demand for its milk cartons.
So then project higher.
How do you not project correctly? You know how many kids are going to go to school every year. It's not like,
It's not a
oh my God,
surprise.
the number changed.
I'm sure the number only, fluctuates so much.
Yeah.
Why would you? How do you underprepare that much?
I know how. They're like, well, last year with COVID, we didn't need as many. We thought it would continue like that. Oh wait, COVID's done.
I bet they didn't hire back their full employee force after
Yeah.
COVID either.
Yeah, don't blame it on the employee force. Blame it on projections.
Yeah.
The shortage is affecting the company's ability to fully supply some school milk orders, according to Matt Herrick, spokesperson for the International Dairy Foods Association.
IDFA.
Yes. School officials in New York, Pennsylvania, California, and Washington
Those are
State
states other than New York and California.
said they were preparing for the shortage. How? While the U.S. Department of Agriculture acknowledged that the supply chain problem affects multiple states.
Okay, I get.
Just give them a Coke.
Give them a water. Like
Gatorade?
Because
Give me Gatorade.
some parents are really obsessive about not letting their kids drink like anything.
Yeah. And California state education told schools to be flexible with how they offer milk to kids.
Including limiting milk choices.
I just pictured like you line the kids up against a wall and you get one of those spray pump. Open up.
Yeah. You're providing milk using bulk dispensers. Like a hose. We just go the Canadian route.
Just make a game out of it.
No, go the Canadian route. We'll just have bagged milk.
Oh, there you go. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's other options than those waxy cardboard. There's a lot more options.
The carton shortage could also affect milk and juice served in hospitals, nursing homes, and prisons.
But juice doesn't come in cartons. It comes in the little cups with the little
straw
peel-off top. It's got
No,
the
they come with a
foil.
little-
It's got like a foil top.
No, they're talking about the box, juice boxes.
Oh, I don't know about a juice.
I guess it's the same material as milk carton.
But I mean, usually when I worked at the hospital anyway, or like when you get those little, it's like a little, it's almost like the size of like a fruit cup, but it's got juice in it. And you peel off the foil top and just drink it. I don't know, that's how we always got it. They plan to provide small bottles of water or cups of milk with lids.
In Lake Stevens, Washington, chocolate milk was missing from this week's dairy delivery. That's the only complaint we received from students, she said in an email. Where's our chocolate milk?
I would be upset. I prefer my milk in the chocolate
Milk
variety.
is required to be served with school meals.
Really?
Why? You know milk's not even that good for you?
It's actually bad for you almost.
Yeah, because it's not human milk.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a...
That's why so many people are lactose intolerant, because technically we weren't ever meant to be drinking milk from cows.
I actually just learned that like this year.
Oh, I've known that for a while.
I probably had heard it at some point, but I never really registered with
I learned it
anybody
pretty quickly because it was my way of explaining why I don't like milk.
Yeah.
So
but
now
it's required, so nice,
now,
that's nice to know.
Now the USDA is issuing a memo allowing districts to serve different types or sizes of milk or to skip milk altogether. I want it to be known that whenever I got my lunch through the school, I don't think I ever picked up the milk cartons.
Yeah. We have an audience.
An audience?
Audience.
Yes, a singular audience.
This podcast was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Yes, so I was trying to see it's required to be served with school meals, but not necessarily required to be consumed. I don't know what she's sign languaging.
I have no idea.
All right, and that's our last story anyway. So you need different options for milk because there's no cartons anymore.
Or maybe don't force milk. Don't make it a requirement. It's so weird.
I don't know what she's
I
saying.
have no idea.
All right.
I mean the milk, not you. You're not that weird.
Yes. On that
I
note,
don't know about that one.
on that note, I think we'll call it a night.
We'll call it an evening.
Yes. We'll be back next Sunday, 5 p.m.
Same
Ish.
bat time, same bat channel.
Yes. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, like, and subscribe.
Follow.
I don't know what other options are.
Those are about it.
I will.
think.
I will
Share.
attempt to put the audio version up this week. Sorry, but I didn't do it last week. Maybe I'll put both up.
Ooh.
2-for-1
I
special.
think I have to do last week's this week, or else it gets deleted off Restream. I have to download it from Restream because I think it only lasts like 2 weeks and then it deletes old episodes. In the storage on Restream. So everybody have a great week. We will see you back here on Sunday. No live chats this week. Very depressed.
Oh well.
Yeah, very well. Oh well. And yeah, have a great week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
I just help if I had the outro ready. And
Smile and wave,
cue the
boys.
music.